The US Navy might have a massive problem with weapon stockpiles. We all know that the Navy has been busy shooting down drones and missiles in the Red Sea region since October of 2023, when the Houthis started firing commercial ships in response to the Israel Hamas war. This slowed following the ceasefire in January, but for 15 months, the Navy was engaged in the heaviest combat at sea since World War II. During that time, they fired more missiles, around 400, than they have in the 30 plus years since Desert Storm in 1991, at an estimated cost of about $1 billion. It got so sporty that they even fired 160 projectiles out of their 5-inch guns to shoot the drones down. All this left the missile stockpiles depleted, and to restock them could take years. Retired Navy Commander Brian Clark, a senior fellow at the Hudson Institute, says most estimates are within a few days of combat, if there was an invasion of Taiwan, that the US, the Navy in particular, would run out of weapons. Now, I'm not like most people on the internet who are experts in naval surface warfare and combined arms warfare and defense production and geopolitics and medicine and interpersonal relationships, but running out of weapons seems like kind of a bad thing. At the core of the issue is that the weapons being fired, such as the Standard missiles, are extremely advanced and, as a result, are usually handmade slowly. They're also really expensive, with SM-3s costing between $12 and $29 million. Now, before you all start freaking out about using a $30 million missile to take out a $5,000 drone or whatever, if that drone were to hit a ship, it could easily do 30 million plus in damage, not to mention kill people, so it still isn't a bad trade. But as we are seeing now, that just isn't sustainable. To close the gap, the Navy began using Sidewinders and modified Hellfires to take down drones, which cost about $500,000 and $150,000 respectively, but these are limited in what targets they can engage. The Pentagon has also been pushing hard for directed energy weapons, aka frickin' laser beams, and even microwaves as a cost-effective and fast way to address these threats, but the technology is still mostly unproven in a combat scenario. The nominee to be the next Secretary of the Navy, John Phelan, whose background is in money management, said at his confirmation hearing on February 27th that if confirmed, the weapon shortages will be a main priority, as well as giving commanding officers more options to defend their ships. To read all about this, go to taskandpurpose.com and be sure to follow us right here for more news by and for the military community.